Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Mountain Man Monday live stream. This is episode number 92, and I want to welcome you to the mountains of Western North Carolina. I'm your host, Mr. Mountain Man. I hope everyone's had a great start to their week and a nice Monday on this October the 18th, 2021. And I want to welcome everyone that joins me live this evening, as well as anybody who might be listening live in the background who decides to chat tonight. And those of you that listen on delay, this live stream and all are available on the Mr. Mountain Man YouTube channel under the live stream playlist. If you do like this live stream, make sure to give it a thumbs up. I appreciate the support on the channel, and I hope you enjoy this live stream content. In just a little bit, we'll get going here with the news and notes, where I bring to you some articles and information from here in Western North Carolina related to current events, the season, and other things that are happening. I know some folks are rolling in here. I want to say hello. We got Ted and Deborah Harrison. Hello. Can't stay long. Wanted to drop in and say hey to you and everyone else in the chat. Hello to you, and I hope you are doing well. Foxy Wolf is, oh, I messed that one up. Foxy Wolf is here. I kind of ran into the name and right into the comment. My week is now starting great because Mr. Mountain Man live stream is now on, and I can chit chat with great people while catching up on the happenings in WNC, which is Western North Carolina. We got the Mr. Mountain Man hammer here, and we'll give a little bicep pump and a smile for the old camera. Woo! That's cool. I'm always glad to have the regulars here, like Ted and Deborah Harrison, Foxy Wolf, and all the other great people. Our show, our story. Hey, Mr. Mountain Man, y'all. How are you doing? I hope you're having a great start to your week and a nice Monday. Hello to you over in Eastern Tennessee. Living like Larry out west. Happy Mountain Man Monday all to you as well, Larry. Hope you are enjoying West Coast temporary life and things are going well for you out there. We got AZ Rock here. Hello, AZ Rock. Hope you're doing well, and I'm sure up your way in the Midwest, things are probably starting to look really beautiful. Most of us have had a little bit of a delayed fall because of the warmer weather, as the case here, so I'm sure some others have as well. Pastor Dan and Kim are here. Good evening. Happy Mountain Man Monday to Mr. Mountain Man and all, as well to you. Hope you're doing well and enjoying fall so far. We've got Hope Faith. How are you doing this evening, Hope? And things are going well your way, and I hope you're having a great start to your week and a nice Monday. Everybody's rolling in here. Who else do we have that has just come in? Mr. Carlos, can't stay too long. Wanted to check in and say hello. No problem at all. It sounds like we're having a busy Monday for folks, which is great. People are getting things done, having things happen, and I hope you're doing well. Always nice to have you here. Let's see here. I want to make sure I don't miss anybody. Great victory last night. So that's in reference to the Steelers right here. That was an incredible football game. I don't know if it was quite necessary to go into overtime and be that close. The Seattle Seahawks did not have their star quarterback, Russell Wilson, in. I think we should have handled that game with a little bit more ease, but nonetheless, it was literally like a playoff game. The energy you could tell on TV there at Heinz Field, and the atmosphere was really cool. So if you're a football fan, hopefully you enjoyed your weekend, whether it's your college team or your pro team, or you don't care about football and something else that you enjoyed. That is cool. Things are doing well here. Planning a trip to the Biltmore for Christmas. What's your insider advice? Well, I think the big thing, like a lot of places, is, first of all, one of the nice things about the Biltmore is that they sell tickets for certain times, so that it can get crowded, but it can't get like overcrowded at a certain time. They'll throttle it because they have to guide people through the house. And the lights are spectacular. I've been there at Christmas before. It's just a beautiful place. One of the other pieces of advice for going to the Biltmore is, if you're able to explore and do more than just the house, there's a couple different tips here. One is that if you can go on one of the additional or extra tours, all these things are priced additionally, obviously, but the insider tours and some of the other tours, they give you greater insight into the house. They also have these devices that you can have that'll put like an earpiece in you so that you can hear more context as you walk through. So you're not just statically looking at an area. It will give you background on the room and some historical information if that's something that you enjoy. There are places to eat there. And the grounds, meaning the actual land that the Biltmore is on, is absolutely extraordinarily beautiful. You can see views of Mount Pisgah and the mountains. So basically, do as much as your budget allows you to. And as far as timing and things like that, obviously the weekends are more are busier than the weekdays and such like that. But I hope you have a very nice time. I can't stay well long tonight. My wife and daughter are out visiting. Fantastic. It's great to have your family out there. I know you've been from per what you've said, you've been out there kind of alone. So hopefully that is something that you'll enjoy. Maybe you guys get to see something cool or go out to eat or do something fun. How was last week? I missed it because I had some family visiting with me. We always have a great week here. And the nice thing is, it's accessible on the Mr. Mapman YouTube channel. So Hope Faith, if you want to go back and take a look at what was happening on the last week's live stream. So this is live stream episode 92, 91 is available to see. And a lot of the same like this week, keeping current with some of the fall events happening here in the Western North Carolina area. And good conversation as always. We leave next Wednesday for Asheville and then for the Smokies. We are so excited. We can't wait. Well, I'm going to tell you what, you are going to be just in perfect fall time. Because of the warm weather, we have had a delayed color change. And now, as I always say on all these live streams, and people from a distance say, what's the week I should come for peak color? But it's not a question that can be easily answered because there are elevation ranges here in the mountains that go from 2,000 feet to about 6,700 feet. And every 1,000 feet increment is a different time when the peak colors happen. So 2 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 6 and above. Anything above 5 is kind of usually grouped together. Above 5 is really where the peak has been recently, what they say peak before the leaves start falling off. And so you all are just going to have it just going to be in just perfect timing. Temperatures have tapered off a bit. It's been unseasonably warm here. We have had, on average, it's been 10 to 15 degrees warmer. I mean, just to the late last week, it was in the 80s. That's pretty warm for the mountains here. A low 80s, but it was in the 80s, all the way up until Friday. So last year, 2020 was more reminiscent of a very stereotypical or typical fall around here, where September really started to taper at night. We got a lot of 40s. It stressed the leaves. I thought last year was kind of a excellent year for it. I went to the theater here to watch the Packers Bear game. That was fun to see on the big screen. That's really cool. A buddy of mine that's a big Packers fan, he sent me that YouTube clip where Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback. I mean, most people know this, but just in case anybody doesn't or listening far away, Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. He's a tremendous quarterback. Anyway, the Bears are a rival team to Green Bay. And he went over to after a touchdown, he got near the stands of the fans of the opposite team. And he started shouting, "I own you. I own you. I've always owned you," because his record with the Bears is like 25-3 or something. So I saw that little clip and that was cool. Hey, Rebel Ruby, how are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. Hope you're having a great start to your week and a nice Monday. Glad to have you here. Let us know how you are doing. Let's see. Had a fun and busy weekend here. We went whale watching Saturday, saw 3 humpback whales, thousands of dolphins, and Universal yesterday. Sounds like you are doing it up. There have been times I've been on trips, like business trips and stuff, and I haven't done anything. I'm glad that you are taking advantage and doing some neat things. That's the way to really take advantage of it. Hey, Rita's here. Hello, Mr. Mountman, everyone. I was just checking out Elmar Collins' last video. It was very nice. Yes, I don't know if Lily is here or not, but good channel. There's several people here who have channels. We got Larry, our show, our story, Elmar Collins, and I don't know if anybody else has it, but always feel free to shout out your own channel here. I had a Cuban last night. That was a conversation we had last week about what is a Cuban sandwich, how much we enjoyed it, different types of sandwiches. We were talking about Monte Cristo and some other kind of esoteric sandwiches that show up on menus from time to time, although the Cuban is becoming quite commonplace. You'll find that at a lot of restaurants these days. Even non-Caribbean or Latin restaurants will have Cuban sandwiches. They become very popular. Let's see. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Hey, Big Daddy, how are you doing today? Glad to have you here. Hope you're having a nice start to your week and a great Monday. Yes, good Cuban sandwiches. Again, we were talking about those last week. We're getting into the food. Always have something about food. I'm going to have to go now. Just want to say hello to everyone. See you next week. Absolutely. Hope, Faith. I hope you and your family and friends and everybody is doing well. And we'll see you when you can be here. Not the best, but I can't judge on the Margaritaville here. Is that where you had the Cuban? Was that Margaritaville? Yeah, I mean, some of the chain restaurants, they put Cubans on it and they're okay, but really the best Cubans, and you don't have to be at a hole in the wall like Caribbean restaurant. I mean, it just depends. I've been to places that are that have incredible Cubans. It's just a matter of, basically the restaurant. Isn't Rodgers going to play for your team this year after this year, Mr. Mountain? It's funny you say that because when the Packers played the Steelers, Aaron Rodgers was doing an interview the week before, and he was just kind of, just going goo goo gaga about how great the Steelers organization, how much he loved our coach, Mike Tomlin, and all that stuff. And I know that he's been a little bit unhappy at Green Bay, or at least that's the report. So, but I didn't realize that so our quarterback's 39, but Rodgers is 36. So, and I know like Tom Brady's playing into his 40s, but I don't see that happening. I don't know if that's not turning back the clock enough. I think the Steelers, once Ben Roethlisberger retires, whenever that is, will probably, I don't know. They'll have to start to start over again. My grandson and I are going to the Smokies on November the 4th. The colors will probably be gone, but at least I'll see the mountains. You might be surprised, Rita, because remember how I was talking about the elevation range? It depends on where in the Smokies, if you're talking North Carolina or Tennessee or whatever. But I mean, if you're talking about over in Tennessee, getting into the Great Smoky Mountain National Park in that area, your elevations can be sub 1,000 feet. So you see them, but I know that's not the same. It's not the same seeing a color change in, like, say, Sevierville as it is at Klingman's Dome. There's much prettier views up top. So I can appreciate that, but that's it's hopefully, and because of the warm weather we've been having, I'm sure you all have in Central Tennessee, you'll still get to see some. Speaking of channels, I'm over 1,000 subs. Woohoo! Congratulations, Larry. Well deserved. I know you've been pumping out the content, and that's fantastic. Great milestone. You can start those legitimate remote live streams. I know you had mentioned the community post turned on. I don't pay attention to like YouTube news, but they must have changed that threshold or just turned it on for everyone, because the Eclectic Candyman, I got a notice yesterday. It said community post is now turned on for your channel, but that used to be 1,000, but I only have like 730 over there or something like that. So I don't know what they did, but regardless, 1,000 is great. And once you get that the time watched, or maybe you're already at it, you can monetize and up you go, and that's fantastic. Very nice job. Congratulations. Hey, Mike, how's it going down there in Florida? Hope you're having a great start to your week. Nice Monday, staying nice and warm like you like it. We've had a delayed fall here because of the warm weather ourselves, so it's been pretty. It's still green, a lot green, but it's starting to change a little bit. Doing well, Mr. Mattman. Blessed beyond measure. Watching with Dr. J. Oh, are you? Oh, that's right. You and our show, Our Story, right? I'm maybe not connecting the dots here, but I have seen you in the videos. Confirm that, please, if I'm or if you're like, what are you talking about? Like, I swear that's who I'm connecting the dots there correctly. Any idea what happened to Faye? Faye, yeah, I haven't seen Faye in a while. Faye is a good friend. I don't know why she hasn't shown up in a while. I don't know if maybe she got busy on Monday nights. Some people have activities they get into, like sports, music, culture, television shows, whatever it could be. So maybe I'll have to ping her someday and see if she wants to show back up and say hello. Maybe she listens on delay. Faye, join us again live if you get the chance. Yeah, and what happened to your friend at the White Lab Workshop? He hasn't put out videos in forever. My buddy Brent over at White Lab Workshop. So yes, I will ask. Actually, I can ask him about that today. The last I know that he was he had moved in the last year and he had a lot going on, and the type of videos he makes in a different way, but not unlike what I do, they take an enormous amount of effort. Like for him to put together a 10 or 15-minute video was a lot of planning, creation, dubbing on the audio track for explaining what was going on. And I think he's just had a lot of, with his family and some other stuff, just had a lot going on and busy. And so I'll have to ask him. I think he was working on something, but he's like he's a lot like me. We've got family and a lot going on and work and stuff, and being able to behave with our hobbies that are expensive in time, and balancing that between family time and things like that. Really glad that you're asked about him, and I will make sure to ask him. So that's who you're talking about right here. That's from the White Lab Workshop, and he's got great videos. Yankee in the South. Hi, Mr. Mountain Man. I finally catch you live. Good to see you. You as well, Will and Don. I was just talking about you within the last hour at the dinner table because I was talking about the Route 66 videos you guys did. Excellent job. Fantastic chronicling of your trip along Route 66 and all the cool places. Glad you had a safe trip back in the Smokies, and what an excellent job. And thank you for joining here tonight. It's been a while. I hope you and Don are doing really well right now. Just super, super people. And thank you for joining us tonight. Let us know how you're doing and what's going on. I know there's beautiful colors over in your neck of the woods too. They gave me community at about 750. Okay, so maybe that's what I think I'm at, like 7. Something like that. Oh, way over 4 hours. Good. I have been. Just didn't get the subs for a long time. A plus again. Very nice. Yes, busy. I was at the Santa Monica Pier the night before you were, Yitz. Oh, wow. That's cool because they were all the way out there as well. Yes, Rebel Ruby and I are watching from our couch. Roxy being a team playing on her phone. I totally understand, and that's cool. That's kind of like when Mr. Carlos is here and he says his wife sometimes watches on the big screen as well. Yes. Okay. I did connect the dots correctly. Let's see. Let me catch up here. Yeah, White Lab Workshop put out some good woods. He does great woodwork. I will certainly pass on, and he does. And the way that he put those videos together, it was a tremendous job. I need to peel that onion back a little bit too, and find out what's going on. Because like I said, I think it's family, kids, activities, life, lots going on, and just had to throttle that with YouTube a little bit. I will not discuss why Kentucky Girl really needs prayers to go up for her and her family. Please, everyone. Yes, absolutely. We were talking about Faye and some other people in White Lab Workshop. Kentucky Girl is another one. There are some regulars that, especially here that are here and haven't seen in a while. Of course, I don't expect folks to be here weekly. It's just, some people are, some people aren't, but I'm sorry to hear whatever is happening with Kentucky Girl, and we'll absolutely pray for her and her family, and I hope things get improved for them for sure. Yes, we will definitely do that. Thanks, Mr. Mountain Day. We have to get together. Yes. I was thinking about that. It has been over 2 years, and I never could have envisioned that when we first met. I would have assumed that we would have been able to, get together much more often. And then I tried getting together with you all at the beginning of 2020 before the craziness happened, but then you guys had some family things, and I know Chris did, and then we had the baby, and then and then 2020 happened. The rest of 2020 has been nuts, but there's an opportunity. I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, I should just, I don't know, email you guys or something and just try to carve out like a Saturday morning. I don't know, something to do it, to get together for sure. Mondays get crazy. Yeah, absolutely. And I know you guys are busy pumping out content and working hard, and all of us being busy, it's the thing is going on here too, because I have I have two videos now. I recorded a video this past weekend for this channel. And actually, let's just go ahead and do that. Let's get into housekeeping for the week of October the 18th, 2021. So the housekeeping is, I recorded a video on Saturday that I'm excited. It's a little bit timely, I think, in the way I should release it. I've been pretty bad with that lately because it's the only time that I get to edit is usually after like 10 or 11 at night. And if I've had a long day, that can be a struggle sometimes to get back on the computer and do stuff. And so that's why I tend to be sometimes a little bit slow with getting things out. But I did record something, and I had another video from, oh my gosh, it's been about a month and a half now that I had been started working on. So I've got two videos on deck that I would be very excited about getting out to the community as soon as I can get them done. And of course, on the Eclectic Candyman side of the fence, I had wanted to push one out this past week, but things got really busy with work and such, so I just didn't have time. Yeah, I mean, both fronts are going well. Trying to stay connected with you all, and so I'll be looking forward to that. I will press as hard as I can. I did have those videos recently from the summer with Myrtle Beach, and then the more recent one with the putt-putt. So if folks haven't been able to see that, that was a fun one that I enjoyed. Let's see here. What else is okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at. I only have what a lackluster week here as far as sharing some stuff with the community. Post some of the cool stuff that I had previously. It was like second verse, same as the first. This was Sunday night grilling yesterday. And what do we got there? One thing a little different is some pork chops. So my wife wanted pork chops. We had burgers, hot dogs, and those Pick Sweet trays with the veggies turned out to continue to be a big, big hit. They're a little on the pricey side for what you get. You're looking at about $4 a tray, but they get gobbled up quickly. There's not a bunch in there, but they are really good. And right now, with the time savings for me not to have to prep too much and get that stuff straight on the grill, it was really, really good. And so that was a good meal. There was kind of a smorgasbord of grill variety food there. And you guys know me. I went with the burgers. So yeah, let's see what we got. If anybody's saying anything in the background here. Let's see. I gotta go and get with the family some dinner. Maybe Golden Corral. You went to Golden Corral this weekend. I'm always at the Golden Corral because with the kids and the family, you got to, it's something for everyone, and it's such a good deal. And with their app now, you can put in the barcode from the receipt, and then you get points, and it's like every $100 you spend, you get $10, and so it's just such a good deal. Yes, certainly praying for Kentucky Girl for sure. Let's see here. Missing Mr. Carlos tonight. He took up where Chris about t-shirts left off. He's a funny man. Mr. Carlos was here, but he said he had to run. So he must have had something going on tonight. I will make time for you, Mr. Mountain Man. We will talk. Absolutely. We just need to plan something. Best for me is usually to plan about 3 weeks out, just because of family and stuff, and to try to get something on the calendar. 2 to 3 weeks. It doesn't have to be, crazy. But I would enjoy that. We haven't met up in a long time. Mr. Mountain Instagram account. Yes, at Mr. Mountain_man. I need to do much better. I have cool pictures. This was silliness. I didn't share a little bit more this week. David Cantrell. Hey, Mr. Mountain Man and everyone. Hello to you. Hope you're having a great start to your week and a nice Monday. Food on the grill looked delicious. Yes, it did turn out pretty nicely, even though we ate a little bit later. AZ Rock, thanks for checking out the video. Yeah, the putt was fun, and you had a good comment. You know, the creativity and imagination behind the people that build those. And Myrtle Beach is kind of the mecca for those places. Although, you know, there's some great putt like in East Tennessee, and a lot of places. You know, if you enjoy mini golf and having a little bit of fun, you know, it's good time always. I enjoy it. I've enjoyed it since I was a kid. I have always loved doing putt. I like the prep veggie trays idea. Yeah, I didn't even know those things existed. And then I saw them at the grocery on sale for $3 a piece. They went up to $3.88. They went off sale, but it's still worth it. I figure $8, you know, whatever. And so it's worth trying if you guys like grilling. I don't even know if you have to have the grill. I think you can put them in the oven. So if you're looking to reduce time on the prep and cutting, I mean, obviously it's not fresh vegetables, but they're still really good. Welcome everyone. And please make sure to go and smash that thumbs up for Mr. Man. Much appreciated as it helps with the algorithm. I appreciate that. As always, I enjoy all the regulars that are here on Monday and the great conversation we have, the support of the channel. And I just really hope that everybody finds this informative and entertaining. Dr. J and Ruby, maybe we can all get together when I come up next month. I'd really like that. Yeah, you know, you guys have to, figure out like some kind of meetup or something like that. Send us a message on our Facebook page and maybe we can work something out. There you go. You got a Facebook page? That's awesome. Yeah. I've been just rolling with the Instagram, it seems like, these days. All right, let's go ahead and speaking on rolling to the next one, let's go ahead and get into news and notes of the week of October the 18th, 2021. We get lots of questions in the general community about fall and what's going on with the leaves and everything like that. So let's start with that, share and get the right thing here. And away we go when I press about 37 buttons here. And let's get, okay. So Pastor Dan and Kim, Rita and everybody else who's visiting, let me go ahead and hide that banner. There's more time to see North Carolina fall colors. Warm weather has delayed the fall colors. It certainly has. As I mentioned, and I know people rolled in at different times, we have been on average 10 to 15 degrees warmer. So if Will and Don are still here, that was probably a nice present for you all when you got back to East Tennessee, because we didn't have a cold September when you were gone on Route 66, which means you're having just the absolute beautiful colors still ahead of you all over there and here as well. This is an article from WRAL, which is actually out in Raleigh. But according to the article, warm weather in North Carolina mountains means that peak fall colors will be a bit delayed this year, according to Explore Asheville's fall color report and forecast. That is an excellent site, by the way. It's constantly saying where the go-to spots are in the local area about peak color and such. I mean, this is a big deal around here. I'll pause for a second. Like, leaf peeping season, you know, hotel rates go up, as I've talked about, 3 times as much. It's apparent that the traffic is much greater. A lot of people come to go explore, hike. The weather, temperatures not too rough, a little sweater, some jeans. You know, you're not talking about the tundra of, you know, heavy coats and winter boots and stuff. It's just an excellent time for vacation, relaxing vacation. Experts expect that peak fall colors will come around 1 week later than normal this year. Appalachian State University weekly fall color report says that most spots along the Blue Ridge Parkway are still green. And we're not far from the Blue Ridge Parkway. And I can tell you that in my estimation, this is just visual, only 15-ish% of the leaves are turning on the trees. Still very green in the 2,000 to 3,000 foot range here in Western North Carolina near the city. Temperatures have been 15 degrees above average in Asheville, which means leaves aren't peaking as fast as they normally do. The good news is the weather is supposed to cool off in Western North Carolina and fall colors will follow. There's more time to see the North Carolina colors. Warm weather has delayed. Let's see. Warm weather in the Carolina mountains means that peak fall colors are delayed. And let's see. It looks like I double copy pasted that. Lows in Asheville are expected to drop into the upper 30s and mid 40s. We had some of that the last few days. A front came through on Saturday morning, and we didn't get the rain. We got just the wind. To the north of us, they got some rain. And once that blew through and there was some wind and such, the low temperatures at night went into the upper 30s and 40s. Those 40-degree low temperatures are exactly what we need to spur fall color development. It needs to get that cool at night for trees to stop production of chlorophyll, which keeps the leaves green. The best color this week in the Grandfather Mountain Rough Ridge area, ASU's fall color report says. By the way, that picture right there that you guys are looking at, that was somebody that actually took that picture. I think it was on like Instagram or something like that in the Explore Asheville Colors report. I think that's absolutely spectacular. I mean, look at that little spot right there. Just beautiful colors that are happening in that spot right there. At higher elevation, temperatures are typically cooler and colors are starting to peak more. This past week, there were nice orange and red leaves at the Blue Ridge Parkway's Linco Viaduct, said Victoria Darlington with the Grandfather Mountain Stewardship Foundation. Meteorologists predict this year fall leaves are expected to be more vibrant and beautiful than they were last year. For best fall color, experts recommend visiting the Blue Ridge Mountains sometime next weekend or the weekend after that. There you go, guys. Everybody coming here or that lives here. Or if you are not from here and you're not coming here, but you're just excited for what's going on, or maybe in your neck of the woods, it's already happened. But it is not too late. And so hopefully everybody gets to enjoy a little bit of this. I will give you a little foreshadowing. The video I shot this weekend was not about the leaf colors. It was a little bit out of the ordinary, but I think exciting and fun. So again, I'll hopefully get that out, but I still plan on doing something related to the fall. Last year, my main video, I think in the fall, was doing the Tail of the Dragon motorcycle ride. And so that was pretty cool, but plenty of time left. Now, one thing that surprised me from that article was that they said that they expected the colors to pop more this year. That surprises me because 2 years ago, we had a warm September like we did this year. And we had a lot of that go straight from green to brown because when the weather caught up, it was late. So I thought last year was a very good year. But who am I to challenge the experts? It just seems like that recipe of cool evenings, stressing the leaves has been something that is absent. Let me catch up on that. Oh, little drop of the note there for my other channel, the Eclectic Handyman, which is doing pretty well over there. And I'm getting I always get really nice comments on that channel. Thank you so much. It helps so much and stuff like that. So, and then some fun stuff on the tools. That is gorgeous for sure. Yes, the yellows really shine out. Bonnie's Adventures. Hi, Mr. Mountain Man. Hello to you. I hope you're having a great start to your week and a nice Monday. Doing well. Let us know how you're doing. From watching Smoky Mountain Hikers videos, I've found out to see the bears, you need to look in the trees. I saw one video he put out and the bears were on the trees. This is a good point. The bears, sometimes you'd think they'd just be walking around, but they are, nimble. They can get up in the trees and shake the branches and stuff. It's kind of crazy. I wouldn't expect like a big black bear to do that, but they absolutely do. I love the look of fall, but I hate the cold. That's interesting. Dr. J, I don't know. I know you're on the live stream a lot. I talk a lot about when I used to live in Florida, and I don't know if Hike with Mike is still here, but, it's something for everybody. I guess I've lived in several different areas up and down the East Coast, Ohio, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, and, gotten a mix of temperate to very, very cold to very, very hot. I would just say in general, all extremes are usually not fun. Change of seasons are good. We actually have a very, very nice area here. I think with modest, temperatures, nice change of season, but nothing too extreme. Not only how do I know that we live in like one of the best areas of the country? Let me grab these right here. I have a calendar, one of those tear-off calendars. I have one of these tear-off calendars, all right? It's for all the United States, so I tear it off every day. It could be Maine, it could be Idaho, lots from California, Colorado, almost every day in the fall. Blue Ridge Parkway, North Carolina. This is a beautiful picture. This was West Virginia. Look at that. These are real pictures, not paintings, by the way. Art Loeb Trail, North Carolina. E.B. Jeffries Park, Blue Ridge Parkway, North Carolina. Pisgah National Forest, North Carolina. It's a great place to live. It's just really, really cool in the fall. So yeah, when the winter comes along, I think what I mentioned the other week, what grows a little long in the tooth for me is the latter half of February and the first half of March. That 1 month here in I like snow, but it tends to start to get too warm to snow, but it's way too early to have anything bloom. So you're just in those kind of high 52, low 38, sunny or rainy, and everything's brown. It's not my favorite time of the year. That 1 month period right there, that's when I'm kind of like, I'm ready for spring. But overall, I have no complaints. I think it's not bad. Please hit the big, medium, small, any thumbs up. I appreciate it. That's very kind of you, Blondie. Thank you so much for saying that. Thought there could be snakes in the trees as well. Somebody posted a snake not too long ago, I thought on Instagram or something. Do not like the cold weather as well. Yeah, a lot of people. That's perfect, Mr. Mattman. That will be right when we will be there. It will be great to see the mountains in all their beautiful splendor. A tribute to our creator. Absolutely. It's a beautiful time to be here right now. You'll get magnificent pictures, really be able to soak it in. And you know what's cool is like that picture right there is on a sunny day. But the reality is that even on a rainy day, it kind of gives, you're not going to have distant views, but there's something about fall. It's not multiple days, but when it's kind of gray and lightly rainy, there's a nice essence to that with the colors as well. It's kind of a different dynamic. I have enjoyed this very much. Y'all have a great night. You as well, Rebel Ruby. I hope so as well. That you do as well. Let's see. Oh, I thought you were going to show off the Bruce Spruce Limb. Yeah. Well, the Blue Spruce Limb. Yes, I have all of my collection right here. And that's what, yeah. So you thought the pictures, well, I've got all, this is show and tell on the Mountain Man Monday right here, right? We got all kinds of stuff. We can show pictures and we can show twigs, all kinds of fun stuff. But I don't know. I think they officially have lost their smell. It smells like plastic. They're not plastic. You'd probably be like, oh, you've been tricking us all along. But yeah, I don't smell Mount Mitchell there anymore. Let's see here. The colors were popping in the mountains, and Blondie's daughter going to pop our grandbaby pretty soon. Not too much longer. I know, and I've been seeing some of the stuff you've been putting out. It is definitely baby watch time. I know that excitement. Been through it, and such a blessing, and wish you guys happiness. That's very, very cool. Yes, that was good. That was good. Let's see. Next article. Frightfully fun Halloween events in Asheville, North Carolina. All right, this was from AVL Today, one of our favorite sites. They don't know who the heck I am, but they provide decent information for the Asheville area. Things are looking ghoulishly good for Halloween festivals in the 828 this year. If you guys want to know what 828, or you ever come here and you see like 828 pizza and stuff, that's our area code. So we're highlighting some of the events that most excite us. Just a few random ones. Carolina Pumpkin Spelltacular. Weekends October 15th through the 31st at Tryon International Equestrian Center. This immense family-friendly experiences features 5,000 hand-carved pumpkins, a monster party, autumn eats, a haunted gold mine, and more. So the Tryon International Equestrian Center, if I was to travel to Charlotte, which I do from time to time, you know, like the football game and stuff, you go right past it. And that equestrian center, as I understand it, it's like a big deal for people who ride horses and are into equestrian. I think they even help get like the U.S. Olympic team, or at least people, train and stuff there. I could be wrong. If anybody, I thought I heard that. I thought during the Olympics, I heard that a certain person was based out of the Tryon Center. So anyway, it's huge. You can see it off of 74. So I'm not sure if I'll go down there for that, but there's always something fun to do. Dogaween costume contest, like that little doggy there. This is Sunday, October 24th from 3 to 6 at the Gateway River Bar, Riverside Drive. It is free. This howlingly cute contest showcases dogs dressing up in costumes and being judged by local celebs. The Scarecrow Festival at Lake Julian Park. So Lake Julian Park, I have a video from 2 years ago doing the Lake Julian Park Christmas lights. And it's where Duke Energy is located. And pay homage to the fall harvest at this annual fest featuring scarecrows constructed and decorated by the community. Zombie disco on Halloween, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Asheville Beauty Academy. It's free. Bust a move and show folks how the undead get down on a dance floor. And Halloween Mimosa Yoga on Halloween also at Pleb Urban Winery. It's $10. Beginners and advanced yogis alike are welcome to this Halloween themed class, which features spooky music, a costume contest, and candy. Glad to see the community getting into some of these fun events. It's really, for those that like, dressing up and doing stuff, there's cool things happening in the area right now. Yeah, just been one of those needles, Mr. Matt, man, it should smell good. All right, well, we're going to do that then. Let's take the older one that's over a year, and let's see if it breaks out some smell. I'm going to lose some needles on this. This one might be too old. It's not. And by the way, we just lost part of the twig here, so that's like a sad moment. Not really, but I really wanted to try that. All right, let's try one of the newer ones. Okay, that worked. Now this one is only, man, I'm making a mess. I have like 100 needles around me right now. I'll have to vacuum that up later. That worked. A little bit came out, but this one's only a couple months old. So that is pretty cool to know that. We had a wreath we bought at Sam's Club last year. I got it on discount like a couple days after Christmas. That thing lasted like 4 months and none of the needles came off. That was really cool. Look at that puppy. I know that is a cool puppy. Thanks for the advice there, AZ Rock, on that. It's a blessing from God, your baby. Yes, absolutely. Do you dress up hokey on occasions? Those pictures are funny. People have great ideas on dressing up their pets. Yeah, look at that. I don't know if that dog likes it or not, but it sure does look cute, right? Foxy's dog would not tolerate it. He has a little mental since being sick anyway. Going back to the vet tomorrow. Oh, wish him well. Our dog was at the vet recently. Had to have a tooth removed. Had to have this bump removed on the side. But he's doing all right. He's fine. And I hope your dog's okay too, Foxy. Yeah, Foxy. Let's see. Oh, didn't think it'd make a mess. I'm not worried about it. Those things, the reason I keep them is strictly for talking to you guys. And once in a while I look over them and it, reminds me of a nice trip up to Mount Mitchell or something like that. All right, what's next? Next up, little bit of food. Now, you guys have to tell me here if you like this type of food, because I like lots of types of food. Well, anyway, let me get into the list here. The article. New York Times names Asheville restaurant one of 50 best in the country. This was from WLOS. Chai Pani is already well known in Asheville as one of the best restaurants around, but thanks to a New York Times article, the whole country knows. The New York Times recently published the restaurant list, the 50 places in America we are excited about right now. In 2009, Miriwan Irani opened Chai Pani, which offers a mix of Indian street food. The food desk dispatched critics, reporters, and editors around the country to find the 50 most vibrant and delicious restaurants in 2021. How in the world do you do that, by the way? There is such a plethora of good food. That's like finding a needle in a haystack. But that'd probably be a lot of fun. They're not ranked, but together they reflect the rich mosaic of American dining. The intro to the article reads, that's what the intro to the article read. Kim Severson, a Southern-based correspondent who covers the nation's food culture, selected and wrote about Chai Pani. We're incredibly honored to represent Asheville on the list 13 years after we opened our doors, as well as Atlanta, with a daring new menu entirely focused on the Deccan Plateau. After this year and half for the industry, after this year and a half for the industry, we're proud to still be operating our restaurants with the most resilient team and even opening new ones. This recognition feels like a moment to exhale. Irani also has a hand in another Asheville restaurants, including Buxton Chicken Palace, Buxton Hall Barbecue, and Nani's Rotisserie Chicken. So this is Indian cuisine or Indian street food, it says on the sign. I am in the exception usually. I don't mind trying diverse and cultural foods, but I'm just not a big fan of Indian food. I've given it a shot over the years, and I don't know what it is. I have some people that would just absolutely love it. But it's not my favorite, but maybe in fairness, I didn't get a good, a shake at it. But it's like a lot of things. People know what they like growing up. For example, my wife grew up eating a ton of rice and beans. She could eat that every meal, every day and be happy. Me, I get bored of it. But we had staples here, that I was growing up with. It would probably been more stuff like macaroni and cheese or like potatoes, starchy stuff, or salad or whatever. I could probably eat that every day without getting bored. So I don't know. Maybe it's just something that I just did. My palate isn't, eh, wide enough to appreciate the food. It's just not something I get excited about, but maybe you all like it. And if you do, and you're coming to Asheville, I've seen this place downtown. It's a small place from the front, but it sounds like it's worth checking out. What do you guys think? Let's see. We love some food. Absolutely. Always have to have something about the food. Got to go charge my phone. Everyone have a blessed night. You as well. Thank you for stopping by Blondie's Adventure. Appreciate that. Better, but not 100%. Hi back to Cooper and thanks. Oh, that was a reply to somebody else's comment. I've only had very little Indian food, but like Foxy, not a big on curry. Oh, I missed it. I like Indian food as long as curry is not too strong. Yeah, and I think that's the taste. It's the curry that I'm just not a big fan of, but some people love it. Rita said, I don't care for Indian food. It's too spicy for me. Too much turmeric. So yeah, I think some of these, tastes are, when folks grow up with it, they just like it, just like we have what we enjoy. But maybe something I should give another try sometime. Not maybe, I definitely should. And since this is one of the best restaurants as rated by this group from the New York Times, sounds like it's well worth it. And congratulations to them. But it's representary of Asheville food. We do have, one of my favorite words, eclectic. We are very eclectic in Asheville proper. So it's, Asheville's a very interesting place because Asheville proper in the city is very, artsy fartsy, cultural, dynamic, diverse. It's really neat. There's a lot going on. But then as soon as you get out of Asheville, and not too far, by get out, I could mean 10 miles out, you're in the South or the Southeast of the United States, very traditional Southeast, North Carolina mountains. So really there's something for everyone. So like for everyone, like if you're like, well, I love the South and Southern cooking and the mountains and the traditions, it's here. Or if somebody's like, I love worldly things, I love, international cuisine, I like trying new things, it's here. Everything is here. And so there really is something for everyone. It's kind of cool. What was that name again? Is it the name of the place you're asking about? Chai Pani is the name of the restaurant. If I believe I did check the pronunciation. That's what I heard it as, but if I'm saying that incorrectly, let me know. Yes, that would be the place to retry it. That's exactly what I was thinking, AZ Rock, because you would know you're getting the best shot at some new type of food. Asheville is diverse for sure. Good healthcare systems and college. Yes, yeah, going beyond. We have the Advent Health Systems. We have um, what's the other one? The big one. I'm having a brain fart. We have Party and Mission Health. Mission Health, Party, and Advent Health, all within the area. The university in the UNC system, you have UNC Asheville, which is, of course, a part of, you've got all the whole UNC system. I went to UNC Charlotte. So, yeah, I tried it when I was on a cruise. That is the time to try different foods. It sure is. I haven't been on a cruise in years. That might be something that we'd like to do as a family, maybe in the next few years, and maybe get back to that. Most people really like butter chicken, if anything Indian. That's good to know. Is that a dish that's common for Indian food? You'll have to educate me, because if that's true, then that to go safe, to try the best. It'd be like if somebody was coming here and like, let me try like Southern cuisine. What do you recommend? Well, the home run hitters would be or something that's popular of North Carolina. You'd say, well, barbecue. Go to a good barbecue place or get some good, fried chicken or local made, type, like small restaurant type, that kind of stuff. Although Asheville would not say that that's what they're known for, like a lot of chefs are very proud, and restaurants owners, of like farm to table, that deal of direct from local farms straight to the table, freshness, new creations coming from other cities, countries, and doing all that type stuff. Yes, the restaurant was looking at what kind of drive it was. Yeah. So from where you all are, that should be, I think it's downtown Asheville. We have a new Greek restaurant just opened here. I like it every once in a while. I actually really do like Greek food. I love lamb and heroes and moussaka. Is that what it's called? I think. And a lot of the dishes, I really enjoy Greek food. So if I see a Greek restaurant, and I think we talked about that recently. I think one of the restaurants in my Philippine trip to the Philippines was a Greek restaurant. And I got like that appetizer that had the flame, but I don't think I got it on camera. And it was really cool. That was I love. Now you're making my mouth water. Butter chicken is not spicy and is hot and rich, served over rice generally, so frequently ordered by Americans. Okay, that's great. Good to know. That's some good feedback there. So yeah, that's and there are a slew of nice like cafes and restaurants and stuff. So there's still lots and lots and lots to explore here in town. Next up, we have the 7-day Asheville, Western North Carolina forecast. And as you can see there, pretty mild. There's a balmy 70. This is very comfortable weather. It is not, I would say, the average. I believe when I watched our local news, the average for this time of the year was quite a bit low, like 62, maybe the high. So I think we're riding 5-10 degrees still higher. But you see those lows in the 30s and 40s. One of the problems, though, is we're not getting any rain. So believe it or not, since it stayed this warm, I still got to kind of water some of the shrubs that I planted that are more recent, and some of my grass still, because it's not near going dormant, because we just haven't had super cold weather yet. So I got to keep an eye on how dry it actually gets, because we haven't had any rain. And it was like 8 days of rain straight 2 weeks ago, and then it's been sunny ever since. So one way or the other, but we're not getting a nice mix. So anyway, that is your news and notes for the week of October the 18th, 2021. I am actually very proud that I stayed on schedule. I had a plan. I didn't really announce it, that about the 15-minute mark, I would start the housekeeping and news and notes, because sometimes I don't start it till like right now. And then that makes, for a bit of a delayed live stream, because I know I got on a little bit later. But I'm also happy that I got on roughly, I think 8:30, 8:45, something like that. I'm pretty happy about that time. Might be able to, continue to try to ratchet it back a little bit. But anyway, happy that it did. And it was nice to see some folks revisit, and also the folks that you guys are asking about. I went back to old live streams. If you guys want to see like who were old regulars, go back and just look at, or I've done this, live stream episode 20 or something. And I just randomly click at different times and see what's going on in the live stream or the chat. And, there used to be like David Markey and Tim Wheaton and who else were some regulars we used to have on here? I mean, people mentioned Faye, Kentucky Girl, although something's going on. There were, a lot of people, but we get cycles because again, and that's one of the reasons, it's one of the main reasons I like to do the format that I do is to keep it fresh and dynamic because, otherwise, I've gotten some very kind comments recently, by the way, about folks who enjoy the live stream from other countries and other parts of the US. That was super to hear. And so in effort for those folks too, to kind of keep the content fresh and updated. Oh, the only other thing, I guess the downside about me making news and notes always about current is that does kind of make stale, like to go back to an old live stream, from the fall or the winter later. But most part, I don't get much traction for people watching. I almost never get a comment on the live streams. It's not really the format. This is more like watching the news. Nobody records the news from 3 weeks ago and then watches it. It doesn't make any sense. So it's very natural that this is the story, though it goes. South Georgia, weather in Western North Carolina. I know. Is that what your all temperature is right now, Foxy? About the same. Our short story. Y'all have a good night. Super glad we got to be here with y'all. Heading to Gatlinburg tomorrow. Woohoo! Have a great week. Stay safe. Have fun. I know it's going to be busy over there. That's your neck of the woods, but just be, careful. When I say be careful, like all the traffic, like what a stinker it would be to be over there and have like a fender bender or, some people not paying attention and stuff like that. So yeah, just be careful. I've only had to turn my heat on real low just one day, and that's because I left the air on too long. This is that strange time of the year. We had that happen too. So going Saturday to Sunday, the house, probably like most of where y'all are, it will hold residual heat from a warm day or even a mildly warm day, but then it'll taper, but it can take all night. Well, we had one of these days where this time of the year where the high and the low are pretty wide, and not quite a desert, but, kind of reminiscent of that. We had a pretty warm day where you almost wanted to kick on the air, but not quite. And then at night, it got into the high 30s. And so, yeah, I had to run the heat because we woke up and the house was at like 62 degrees or something like that. I at least try to keep it around 68 to keep it comfortable. So everybody's not having to dress up and stuff and like this, like coats and whatnot. Hopefully we can be here more often with my new work schedule. I don't work Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Oh, nice. Good for you. Hopefully that's going well and you're finding a nice mix there and getting some time to relax and have a good balance. Balance is important, probably an overused word, but a word that I really like. Balance is super important, balance in everything, hard work with rest, with family, with fun, with hobbies, with everything, and not being, too overcommitted in any one area. And I try to keep that in balance too. Because, there's been times where things are out of balance and then, it's always good. So having work and a little bit of free time, that's really, really good. Hey, story has it. Welcome to the live stream. Hope you're having a great start to your week. A nice Monday. Just wrapped up some of the news and notes and housekeeping, but glad to have you here for a few minutes before I wanted to have a little bit of that open chat now. So since I started, right away with the other stuff, yes, balance is very important. And, because, everybody's a little bit different and some, it can come in a lot of different forms. Some people are caretakers for other people and they are constantly in an unselfish state that they're always doing something for somebody else and they don't have time for themselves. Some people are workaholics and they don't ever have time to take a step back and, do something for themselves. Some people, that workaholic might translate into absent family time, or maybe, it's too much with the hobbies and it's time to, sit up straight and get responsible and get some work done. There's all kinds of mix. And then it can come with, all kinds of stuff. So it's just good to be a little introspective, make sure that things are going well. Thanks for the warm welcome. Sorry to be tardy. Not at all. Normally, I'm starting late and it plays into some people's hands, but I tend to, when I come on later, I get a lot of the, got to wake up at 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. A lot of people get up very early. And so it limits the amount of time that people are able to stay and join us. But yeah, so 2 really cool videos that I want to get out here soon. I mentioned that in the housekeeping, and hopefully you guys find them neat and exciting. One is about to be untimely because I recorded it in the summer. I need to get them both out. But anyway, I know you guys hear me talking about it. You're like, well, what do you want us to do? Just go do the videos. And so, yeah, got to get that, get them rolling. Let me grab a drink here. Let me see here if I can. Someone was asking when you might have a new video on your YouTube channel. And how much they enjoy your content. I am messaging. I messaged Mr. Brent over there at the White Lab Workshop. I don't know how he might be busy right now, but if I can get a response, Rita, on the spot about what's going on or if he's got anything on deck, that'd be pretty cool to see. I'll be glad when the hickory nuts stop falling. The tree is right over my bedroom. Lots of noise. So we have some nuts too. And I never know. At first I thought, oh man, are they Buckeyes? But they're not. And then I'm like, are they chestnuts? So and then I did some research, like what's the difference between, what is it, a horse nut, a chestnut, a Buckeye? We got hickory nuts, acorns. Like, I don't know. These are the ones they do have, like the half shell, kind of like an acorn, but I don't think it's an acorn tree. So I don't know. I'd really like to know what they are, but they do fall in the driveway. When I blow them, they roll like, like like all these little balls on the driveway, and they roll together. They were falling a lot more though in, I'd say, August and September. It seems like every year, like I listen to with my headphones while I do yard work, like something like Steelers Nation Radio or something. Seems like the football season's always starting, and I'm always blowing off those nuts off the driveway. I'm not sure what they are. Story has it, I'm just catching some side chat here. I hope your mother is doing okay. Yes, acorns have that little cap on them, I think. Right. And so that's what I was wondering too, if that's what they are. So maybe it is an acorn tree. You know what I should do? I don't know if there are any left. You guys will be the ones to ask about them. I could definitely bring those in. Survey came out today. A most frightening place in North Carolina is, drum roll, Tail of the Dragon. I love Tail of the Dragon. I feel a little, I don't mean this seriously, but I feel a little down that I'm not getting over there on the motorcycle. I have no plan, and I don't know how I could carve out. Last year, I took a day off work specifically for that. I have nothing on deck. I have other time planned off. I don't think Tail of the Dragon is going to happen this year. Now, that's only for me personally to enjoy it, because I already did a really good video. To have another one wouldn't make sense. That video was fantastic. And, do it in the car, like Larry had mentioned, or something different. But right now I'm striving not to do a whole bunch of duplicate content. I might go to the same place twice, but definitely want a new view of it. There is so much stuff for me to do. I have hundreds of ideas, just not literally, like I could probably write 100 ideas of videos for the Mr. Mountain Man YouTube channel, but it's just all about time. But Tail of the Dragon was one of my favorite places. I thoroughly enjoyed that. If anybody hasn't seen that video, check it out on the channel, because even the first 10 seconds, that guy on that road ready dirt bike that came over my shoulder that I did not know, that was crazy, dangerous, epitome of kind of what Tail of the Dragon is. Strap in, pay attention, get ready, and focus when you're driving that. I think if you're in a car, I wouldn't say you could be more laid back. I think the driver should still be in tune because there's a lot of people that think they're racing for real and they're not. But I love it. I think Tail of the Dragon was super exciting. I remember that day I came back and I was like, oh my goodness. I was like, that was everything it was cracked up to be. That was so much fun. Sounds like a Jackie Chan movie. It sure does. Tail of the Dragon. That does. That'd be a great name of it. So refresh my memory. Tail of the Dragon is 11 miles long. Yeah, and it's 300 and do I have the sticker here? Oh, I moved it. I think it's 311 curves over 11 miles between the North Carolina, Tennessee state line. I think it was built for the Tennessee Valley Authority because there's some dams there. It's a thoroughfare in that area. It's just outside the Smoky Mountains National Park. In fact, I didn't put it in the video and I had a picture and I never posted it. I found an obscure like public entrance. It must be for workers to the Smoky Mountain National Park. Cause on the map, the road near Fontana Dam is like right there. So it was kind of cool to see that. It was kind of like, like hidden places. Oh, 318. Okay. I said 311, 318, 11 miles, 318 curves. And yeah, just a lot of fun. That was pretty cool. One of the coolest things from that day too was the photos that they take, on the curves. They got those guys out there and gals with the high-speed lenses, and they'll take your picture and you just go to the site. And I still have the links. I still want to buy more, but I used one of them in the thumbnail. I just think it's completely awesome. It's worth going there. If you guys ever, drive, you might say, well, didn't Foxy just say it's the most frightening place? But it's, it would be great to go there, during the fall too, when my opinion, it would be summer or fall. I think when it's all twigs, I mean, yeah, the road's fun, but it's just going to be a lot of brown trees. Tail Dragon has way too many curves for me. That is one thing I hate about driving the mountains. Yes. Well, I also told the story about a year ago when I went on it. I recall from being a kid when we left Fontana Village, we had taken a week-long vacation, and my sisters and I all got sick. Like had to get out of the car at different times. And I'm about 90% sure we drove Tail the Dragon, because when I looked at a map to go from Fontana Village to Ohio, you have to make your way back north up towards Knoxville and go that way. And that's what we would have done. And that's the way to get out of there. You wouldn't necessarily head to the south and back to the east to go over kind of like the way I came from Asheville. So it is a true statement. If you're a passenger, you better be looking forward, because if you're looking out, it's going to be like, oh my goodness, back and forth. Before everyone heads out, tentative date for my mom's aorta replacement surgery is November 1st. Due to her age, has to be done transcatheter. Any prayers would be appreciated. Absolutely, AZ Rock. Wishing and praying for your mother the best and successful recovery and health, and getting through that time, and to the doctors and everyone. Absolutely. Awesome in a Corvette. Do you have a Corvette, Foxy? It would be. And I saw some exotic cars out there. I had a problem because I pulled over and my memory card had just gotten full and my phone switched over to like internal memory or something. And so this video, there was like a Lamborghini and like a Lotus or something, like two exotic cars just cranked up running through the curves, and I was on the side of the road, and I wish I had gotten them on film, but I just missed it. I think your video of the Dragon's real good. I enjoyed it. I like the music that I ended up finding for that too. It kind of presented a pretty nice background. It's a fun video to watch on like a big screen. Yes, absolutely praying for your mom. Deals Gap. Yes, Deals Gap. So that's the start of the Tail of the Dragon. Welcome back, Mr. Carlos. The beginning of that video, I go in the gift shop there and took a look at something, and I bought a couple of stickers and such. They have a gas station there, and I did get gas there because there's no gas like anywhere else around. And the hotel there, or it's really a motel, has a tree that's like the tree of shame or something like that. There's like 300 motorcycle fenders on there. They're all like crotch rockets, sport bikes, not like cruiser fenders. But anyway, is No Corvette for me, but a friend had one. And he took me. Oh, very cool. That is cool. In my dreams, I'm driving McLaren on a Tail of the Dragon. Might be worth the rental, you know, when you have a birthday, go out, spend the $500 on an exotic and go to Tail of the Dragon. That stink if you hit somebody or something like that. But, you know, it'd be pretty cool. Or maybe just a nice Mustang or Corvette or something like that, a Camaro. Have to say Camaro if Larry was still here. My foot was tired after your video from where I put on brakes so much from idiots pulling out and stopping on you there. That, I mean, I laugh about that guy coming over my shoulder, but I can be jumpy sometimes just by nature. Like, this used to be a joke when I was in high school. And it happens to this day. Like, the house we lived on was on a corner and I mowed the grass. And you know those little strips of grass that are between the sidewalk and the house, just a little strip between, it's like the street, this grass, then the sidewalk. Well, those were really long at the house we lived in. So I'd be pushing a mower. And of course, the sound of the mower overtakes everything. So any drastic change in that sound would kind of freak me out. And some of my friends in high school or so-so friends would come up behind and honk the horn. And it would look like I had an epileptic seizure. I'm not joking. I'd be like, whoa, I'd like get all scared and stuff. And they'd be cracking up. And it's to this day, it can still happen when I'm vacuuming, like, or doing like the leaf blowing and stuff. Like if my wife comes up behind me, like it's just because that I get used to that sound. And then when it changes drastically, something just, I should be more aware, like, hey, what's about to happen, you know? But, and I've told my wife, I'm like, you're giving me gray hair. Like, don't do that. Please, if you're going to approach me when I'm vacuuming or mowing the grass or using the leaf blower, come around in front of me and be like, you know, so I don't freak out and, you know, go nuts. So anyway, when will you find time? Will you find time to do a video of the fall colors? Absolutely. Definitely going to get at least one. I'd like to do more, but I want to do one. And I have a few ideas of what I want to do. And this weekend, either this weekend or next would probably be the right weekends to get that footage. And so definitely get something. But like I said, I'm sitting on a couple of videos that I really need to get out as well. So I need to get, you know, the midnight oil burning and get some of this happening. That's funny, Miss Matman. Friends at work would purposely make me jump for my reactions. I guess I'm deep in thought. Yeah, that's what it is. You just, you know, the loud sound, it's kind of monotone at a high decibel level. You just get thinking and honk or, you know, hey, or, you know, or something like that. I'm like, wow, so, it's crazy. Hey, Todorico. Hello, Mr. Mountain from Pigeon Forge. Or what else could PF be? It could be, I don't know. What else could we make? I don't know, but it's Pigeon Forge. I think you mentioned you were going there. Hope you're having a wonderful time, enjoying the mountains, enjoying the attractions and everything that East Tennessee has to offer over there. So definitely Yankee in the South was here earlier. I have to get together with those guys at some point and do something fun. But yeah, something here, Rita, in North Carolina. I want to capture the leaves. I don't know if I want to do motorcycle, car, hike combination, possibly. I need to get up in elevation. I need to do a little research because it's like drinking from a fire hose because there's so many good ideas and I have to narrow it down to one. I'm like, all right, you only have time for one. Pick one and let's go do it. Yeah. So it was Pigeon Forge. So yeah, anyway, we are on a little bit of a delay of fall, but fall is it is happening. And so hope to get more in feeling of that season once the temperatures continue to taper. And you know what, y'all, it's coming up on 10 o'clock. And I think this is kind of a good time to probably wrap up the live stream. I think this has been a successful one. We got the housekeeping news and notes out of the gate. We got to chat for a while, talk about what's going on here in Western North Carolina mountains. Got to talk about some good food and seasons and the current events and everything like that. And so hopefully you guys got to enjoy it. Put all yours in a hat and just pick one out. I have this app on my phone where I'm stockpiling all my ideas and places to go. And definitely, when I get time. But I'm also even though I'm slow to get it out, I'm proud of what I have put out on this channel, and especially about the last half dozen or so videos, or I'd say the last year. I'm really, enjoying the quality, especially using the gimbal and, making sure that everything is nice for you all. Fun time tonight. Great live stream. Appreciate everybody being here. Rita, Big Daddy, AZ Rock, Foxy, Larry, Story Has It, Ted and Deborah Harrison, Mr. Carlos, Dr. J, everybody else, Blondie's Adventures, just trying to narrate everybody's name that I could see here, and anybody who might be listening in the background. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Enjoy fall. For those of you heading here to the mountains, whether in East Tennessee, North Carolina, or wherever, have a safe trip. Hopefully you can join us and keep us up to date on what you're doing here in the mountains when we have our live stream. Good audio and video. Excellent. Good company. Everyone go have a wonderful week and be safe. Thanks for that update on that. Another great session. Thank you for inviting us back each week. Absolutely, Mr. Carlos. Great. You could come back. Another wonderful live stream, Mr. Matt. Thank you. And everyone have a great week. Please remember to hit the thumbs up. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You all have a wonderful week, a good evening. We'll see you next Monday. Take care, everyone, and have a great night. We'll see you later.